Alright, yo, what up? This is your all shook up. Just gonna show you, how to get better in PvP. Now, this is not necessarily a 1vx video. This is more or less kind of how a lot of the times when you're playing, you see a group and then you see kind of a smaller and everybody's kind of fighting each other and it's everything's spread out. This is kind of just showcasing that kind of play, especially for new players, trying to get into the PvP, and they just see people 1v10 and they're doing this crazy shit and they don't understand what's going on. So most of the time they never really catch themselves alone like that. So this is kind of like more or less a common situation. I mean, if you watch my live stream, yeah, you get the X, but it's not, a lot of the times if you watch a lot of people's live streams, they got their 5 people over here, 10 people. They're not in the group with them, but everybody's kind of spread out. But before we get into that, I know that was a lot, but before we get into that, I just want to say thank you guys again. Definitely appreciate you. So, like I was saying, excuse me, 9 times out of 10, you're kind of running around situations like this. Like I just pulled up, so really I just pulled up. I just literally came out of this right here, and I see this going on. So I'm like, okay, well, let's go see if I can get one of these guys. So my strategy is something like this. You got people all over the place, right? You really like, okay, I want to at least kill somebody, right? So you go in, you start dropping dawn breakers, you start hitting people. You're like, okay, now you're the one getting hit. So you think to yourself, I need to get out of here. Now, one of the biggest things is if you go back and if I could just only do it in slow motion, if you go back and you watch a lot of what I'm doing here, now obviously no one really died, but I'm also surviving. A lot of people are not going to be able to survive through, running through that, kind of getting hit, and then, all of a sudden, I missed this Dawnbreaker. Now I'm going to try to hit him, realize now all of a sudden I'm getting hit by 3 or 4 different directions. So now I decide to roll, right? Because I notice I'm getting hit. So you got to play this game kind of like if you're actually like, like trying to dodge something, like you're dodging it in real time. I don't know how to explain it. It's not, you don't just stand there, you know what I mean? And it's going to do dodge for you. So you roll, you notice, okay, you got 1, 2, 3, 4. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. He's dead. And then you got 1, 2 over here. So you got 7. There's 3. So you're kind of thinking, okay, so let's see if there's any more people around. So now we got 1, 2 more guys coming up. So we got 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now I know we got 4 here, right? 5. There's 8 that I see. Now there's a lot more everywhere, but I'm paying attention to that. So as I'm sitting here doing what I'm doing, right? Because this is not necessarily, let's say, a 1vx, but it is something to take in consideration, because I'm trying to grab this group and bring them over here so I could sauce them up. Does that sound wrong? So to grab them and then destroy them over here on the left. That also, well, I don't know how you would want to say this. Go over there and body them. You get what I'm saying. So you notice that I'm blocking, right? Blocking in this game is huge. I should do something specifically on blocking. Let me know what you guys think. So as you can see, that guy's charmed. I realize that. I say, okay, he's charmed, right? Now he's low. Looks like the tables have turned. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now I'm like, okay, I can go straight offense now. I don't even have to. Now I can just go offense. Now I get stunned by Jack and Coke. He's not going to be able to hang. Get out of here, bucko. GG's. I had to hit the roll on him. And this is unnecessary if you want to waste stamina. So what I did was I hit him. Boom. And then I like to get rolled over, because it's a good way of just letting them know they got rolled over. But Captain Jack Coke, that's got to be a nice name. We love that name. So now I go, okay, let's go kill this guy, right? Now he's a Sork, right? So he doesn't really have a chance. I'm straight putting crazy amount of pressure on him. My teammates putting crazy amount of pressure on him. he's not going to survive that, right? He's definitely dead. Now, obviously, when you are fighting in a situation like this, you see you have 1, 2, right? Now, you have 2 guys. He's hitting that other guy. I'm thinking, if I could pull these guys over here, great. If not, that's fine. Now we have more guys. Boom. He's instantly dead. Now he's trying to run, right? Now, personally, I want the 1v1. So I see this guy chasing him, but if he keeps chasing him, I'm going to back off, right? Because I really want the 1v1. I'm really trying to look for the 1v1 with this guy just to, get a little, 1v1 in, right? Just got on, trying to warm up them thumbs, trying to, doesn't seem like he has much health, maybe 28 health, something that's simple. So I'm like, okay, now he knows how to play. He's rolling. He's kind of, I can't fault him for trying to use a tree or anything like that because I was chasing him with multiple people. And I can't really blame him for, turning around and trying to attack me. I already used up all my stats. He ran. This is one of those fights where you don't really necessarily blame the guy and say, well, he should have been running, and no, it doesn't really matter what the case may be. He had the right to kite me around that tree if he wanted to, because in the very beginning, we were trying to chase him down. So I can't fault him. So I'm looking for a 1v1, whether it's straight up or not, because, this wasn't really, we didn't just run into each other randomly. It was like a whole situation was going on, right? So I got to respect this guy, right? So now I'm like, okay, whoa, this guy hits extremely hard. Did not realize he was going to hit that hard. I was like, okay, now I need to focus, right? We know he hits hard. So here's a tip that I think would benefit a lot of people in this game, is that when a player is hitting you this hard, they're probably built in for a PvE kind of build. That means they hit hard, but can they receive that damage coming back to them is the real question, right? So we notice, okay, he hits hard. Now let's heal up. He's only got 23k health. So I know at this point there's no chance. So as soon as I heal up, as soon as I see his health is so low, bodied. Now, he might have ran out of food, and maybe that's why he was running. I'm not going to roll over him. Matter of fact, GG's, because there's a good chance you ran out of food, number one. Number two, we were all fighting, right? So there's no reason for me to be like, oh, this guy's, he's terrible. That's just how the fight ended. He ran, I chased. You know what I mean? And if we would have zerged him down, I probably would have just backed off. So I see this guy. I'm like, no, you're not healing him. I want the funk, right? I'm out here I'm running in this group. Everybody, I'm trying to, hopefully they chase me. He gets up. I'm not going to let him get up. He's a level 16. I need to make sure that he's going back to Oblivion because, we don't want him to go back to Oblivion, but we want to let him know, no freebies out here. Now, I go, okay, what's going on up here? Now, remember, a lot of this is not about that it's 1vx. We're not looking at if this is a 1vx and how many. We're looking at basic gameplay that happens on a daily basis all the time. 99% of the people are not going to jump into this group and kill everybody. You have to be a bomber. Especially when you're playing alone, and everybody's over here, what you're trying to essentially do. So this is how I try to create a 1vx situation. I'm pulling these guys away. So watch this. I roll in here. I notice I have all my team. I have everything going on over here. So I'm playing kind of in their little area, right? I'm trying to get them to follow me. So I notice that, okay, this guy's running down here. So this might be a little good situation. Now he's trying to heal, right? So boom. Right? Get him off. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If he heals the 16. We got another guy coming up right here. So look at it. We got quite a few people around us now. So now I got everybody on me, right? So it's not like, this is what I mean by trying to create a 1vx situation, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys, right? So I'm like, oh shit, I need to get out of here before I die, right? Because now I'm in the open field, so I'm trying to look, but I don't, I'm not getting hit very hard. I noticed that. He's low, heal. We got somebody trying to sneak in over here, right? Good job, teammate. GG. Then you got this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and some more over here. And I believe you have one over here. So it's all about awareness. It's like any other game. If you're not aware, you're not going to be able to do it. So you look at this, right? So you go, boom. I noticed we have baby over here. I don't know who that is. I don't know why you would name yourself that, but got baby here. He kills one, I kill one. Booyah, right? So we got, we got what we needed. Or that's baby right there. He killed that one. So I got one, right? Now I'm going, I want to put someone else down, right? I want to get these kills. This guy just gets caught in the crossfire, right? Boom, he's gone, right? So now they're running. They're on the run. We got our teammates around us. Everything seems that, it's working out. Now, like I said, this is how a lot of the gameplay goes. So realistically, you're not going to be, how would you say it? It's not what you think when it comes to like Xing. It's creating a situation. It's not really just jumping in there, bodied. I don't know what that was about, but he got bodied, right? So I'm trying to create the 1vx situation. I'm not necessarily trying to, if I can, he gets bodied. So at this point, now I'm just running around, just trying to, kill people. I got this guy here, we got my teammate over here. We got one, we got another guy here. So it looks like there's about 3 of my teammates around. So, and there's probably like 6 of them, but everybody's kind of everywhere. So now we just jump in this guy, right? So the thing with, 1vxing is, creating the situation. And this is kind of how most of the games play out. If you watch live streams, this is 99% of what they're doing is they're trying to create a 1vx situation. So, body that guy, none of this at this point, you start to, once your team comes, now you got a red team. So I'm trying to pull them down here as best I can, but they're not going to really want to come down because they know they're getting set up, right? They know that if they come down here, it's not going to look good. So it's like trying to create the best situation. You got your 2 guys down here. One of my guy came, this guy is not going to be able to handle. I mean, like not only my CP and I don't want to make excuses because there's people with low CP that will body people, but it's just Captain Jack and Coke. It's just not him, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. You know what I mean? He's developing his skill. He's doing the best he can. And, at this point, I'm just going to help him kill this guy just because, why not? So GG's, not much you can do. It is what it is. We're the whole time that this video, all I'm trying to do is create a 1vx situation, right? And that's it. And, sometimes you can, sometimes you can't. And, but I'm just trying to explain to you how to, get better in situations where, this is how you 1vx. Like, look at how many yellows are on, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you got some blues here. I believe there's one there, a couple there. But you're trying to drag these people to you. So this is how to create a 1vx. I don't know how to make this, how to get better at PvP, how to create a 1vx in PvP. I don't know how to phrase this, but this is kind of the situation that's at hand. Look at you got all this pressure on you. You got a lot of these guys. Really all you're trying to do, and you got a kite. I'm trying to get them to come down there, but they're not going to. And I get it, there's nothing wrong with that. So like I said, once again, I'm pretty sure, this, video is going on pretty long, so I'm going to end it here. But that's pretty much what the whole situation is. Trying to create a 1vx situation and trying to pull people. Because at the end of the day, that's all you're trying to do is pull a group of people to you, as many as you can get that you can handle, and kill them. And sometimes you die, and sometimes you survive. So in my opinion, blocking is huge, kiting is huge, but we can do some specific videos on that. So once again, I definitely appreciate you guys' support, and take it easy, guys. Out.